At the harbor of Miletus, the scene was always bustling. Ships from Egypt, Phoenicia, and Lydia docked, unloading olive oil, purple cloth, and precious metals. Amid the chaos of the marketplace, one man stood apart. He was not busy counting profits, but staring at the sea, asking himself, what is the true foundation of everything in the world? For others, the sea was merely a trade route, full of pirates and storms. For Thales, the sea was a mirror of life. He observed how water gave life, flowing in rivers, rising to the sky as clouds, and falling again as rain. From these simple observations, he dared to propose an idea. Water is the origin of all things. The statement seemed simple, but in a world ruled by myth, it was a revolution. People were used to hearing that the earth was created by gods, that thunder was heaven's wrath. Thales instead claimed there were laws of nature that humans could understand. One small question, what is the foundation of this world, shook the thinking of his entire age. Miletus was no ordinary city. Its position on the Aegean made it a crossroads of the ancient world. From Phoenicia came the alphabet. From Egypt came papyrus and pyramid tales. From Lydia came gold in the first coinage. The streets echoed with the cries of merchants, the smell of spices, and the clink of metal. Yet what made Miletus special was not just its goods, but the flow of ideas that arrived with them. Sailors told of stars as guides. Egyptian traders spoke of the Nile's steady floods. Thales listened, piecing it all together like a great puzzle. Miletus gave him space to ask, if Lydian gold could be measured precisely, why not nature? If Egyptian pyramids could soar skyward, what secret allowed it? From tales and observations, Thales began to build a new way of thinking. Knowledge was not confined to temples. It could be measured, calculated, and understood in the real world. In Egypt, Thales stood before pyramids that seemed to touch the sky. To Egyptians, they were sacred monuments, symbols of Pharaoh's eternity. To Thales, they were riddles. How could humans build so tall? One afternoon, he planted a stick in the ground. The shadow of the stick in the pyramid moved with the sun. By comparing their lengths, he calculated the pyramid's height without climbing it. Onlookers were stunned. Priests fell silent, as though a great divine secret had been revealed with a simple trick. It was a small act, but with great meaning. Thales proved that human reason could uncover mysteries, once thought to belong only to the gods. Word spread through Egypt. The foreigner who measured the pyramid with a shadow. Nights in the desert gave Thales a sky full of stars. Egyptians saw gods. Thales saw patterns. He noted when stars rose, moved, and disappeared. From this, he drew a belief. The heavens followed rules, not divine whims. He told his pupils, if we know the pattern, we can know when the seasons come, when rivers flood, even when the sun will vanish before the moon. The idea was shocking, for eclipses had always been seen as signs of wrath. Thales believed they could be predicted. News of Thales reached King Miletus of Lydia. The king was curious about the man said to read the stars. In a golden hall, Thales was brought before the king and priests. Is it true you can challenge the voice of the gods? The king asked. Thales answered calmly, I only read what is already written in the sky. The priests grew angry. The king challenged him. Prove it. That challenge would one day change history when Thales's prediction came true on the battlefield. At the river Halys, the armies of Lydia and Media prepared for war. Drums thundered, swords gleamed. But Thales had already said, today the sun will disappear. As battle began, the light dimmed. The sun vanished, swallowed by the moon. The sky turned dark. Soldiers panicked. Priests screamed that the gods were furious. But Thales stood calm. His prediction was exact. The fighting stopped. The two kings signed a peace treaty. History recorded, a single scientific prediction halted bloodshed. Knowledge proved stronger than the sword. Many mocked Thales. What use is philosophy if you remain poor? He smiled. By watching the stars, he knew the olive harvest would be abundant. Quietly, he rented all the olive presses in town. When harvest came, everyone begged to rent from him. Overnight, he was rich, yet soon after he gave it up. I only wanted to show that philosophy is not useless. I simply do not seek wealth, he said. Thales dared to suggest that water was the origin of all things. The idea was simple yet revolutionary. A world once explained by myth was now explained by natural law. Water could change form, liquid, vapor, solid. Water nourished all life. With water, Thales gave the world its first rational foundation. It was the seed of science, the beginnings of cosmology, physics, and philosophy. Thales was not alone for long. He opened the path for others, Anaximander who spoke of the infinite, Anaximenes, who named air as the source. From Miletus, the chain of thought spread across Greece, birthing Pythagoras, Heraclitus, and Socrates. Thales' true legacy was not wealth, but the courage to think. He lit the first flame of philosophy, a flame that has burned for thousands of years. Today, history sees Miletus not merely as a trading city, but as a beacon of civilization. From that small harbor, Thales sparked a simple question. What is the foundation of this world? That question opened the way for science, philosophy, and free thought. The torch of Miletus still burns. From Greece to Rome, from Europe to the modern world, it all began with one simple question that changed the world.